Alright, okay, let me get the Pass Royale, which means I actually have to pay attention to this account a little bit more often than I am. Okay, let me do that here. Okay. Perfect. Alright, so we can collect all of these. Oh, we get a book of books? Wow, okay. Alright. Okay, I guess I have to accept it. So we get archers, and then, yeah, okay. And then I can queue this up. Okay, that's what I really wanted. I wanted to queue that up. Alright, so we have an opportunity to level up archers. I think let's do it because we have plenty of gold. I know I probably want to bring one of these cards in eventually, maybe Baby D or Skarmy, but we'll see how it goes going forward. Minnie is probably going to be sent to the bench at this rate. Okay, actually, let's use our cards on Knight and level this up. Okay. Okay, let's go again. Okay. Alright, so Knight, let's go here. Okay, we'll support this with Musketeer. Okay. Alright, let's see how they counter. Okay, we're gonna bring archers over here. Okay, that's key because Musketeer is not cross. It's not crossing. We can bring it. We can bring everybody in right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. So we'll bring spear goblins here first, and if they use arrows or something, then we'll counter with. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's start over. We don't have to bring giant in. Okay, I'm going to play cage right here, and then Musketeer on the left. Okay, so I'm going to support archers for Musketeer. And that tower's down. Okay. Okay, let's go over here on the right side because we have to take care of this. Alright, I'm going to use Mini first and then Spear Goblins because I can take care of minions. And then I'm going to put Knight over here. That will distract. Okay, that's good so far. We really don't have to do anything at the moment. They may bring Mini right here to try to counter, but I'm going to wait. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything. Okay, we're at 10. We play here. I'll bring archers first. If they have fireball, then I'm not going to worry about it. Then I can play Musketeer. If they play fireball on that, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Let's go back here. I'm going to bring those spear goblins in. And they are so totally distracted. They don't know what to do. And there's too much for them to handle. Ooh, okay, let me back up. Play Giant, support Musketeer. Okay, I'm not worried about that, but we'll do that. And then the game is over. So I could have really pushed and went for the 3 crown, but I'm not gonna. I wasn't. Oh, baby, you got a magical chest. Let's go. Okay, so we get a Valkyrie or a Tombstone. Oh, okay, this is actually tough because Valkyrie at any level is really, really, really good. But I mean, I've been a Tombstone user for pretty much forever. I believe we can get Valkyrie at any time. Okay. All right. Let's queue this up. Thank you very much. And now let's go back into the game and let's review the game. Okay, always we start with looking at what we have. We don't have Giant in our hand, but we have Knight and Musketeer. If you've seen the regular games that I play, you see me play Firecracker and Knight together. If you think about it in this sense here, Knight is just a smaller version of Giant. Of course, but you know, it's a different kind of Giant. It's not a win condition, but what Knight does is he has so much beef in him that opponents have to take care of him first before they get to the next line of our attack. So we can create something similar to Giant and Musketeer by playing Knight and Musketeer. If we wanted to play defense, we have Cage, and if we need a heavy hitter, we have Mini. So we start with Knight, and the idea is to bring Musketeer to support Knight. That's the key. And this is very important now because a lot of people would play Musketeer at the same position that I would have played Knight, and then just have Musketeer walk up with Knight together. But I want to play Musketeer a little bit closer to the river or the bridge here, and meet Valkyrie right when Knight's going to meet Valkyrie. So I play a little closer. And this is very risky because if they have Fireball, and they did have Fireball in their hand, they play Fireball, both Knight and Musketeer are pretty much gone, and then they have their push with Valkyrie for whatever they want to do. It's a big risk, but I was willing to take it. And so you see here, Knight did his job. Musketeer is healthy. Now it's time to support Musketeer, and we bring in archers. Because Knight's gone. And the key here, the biggest key, and you heard me talk about it in the game, Musketeer did not cross the bridge yet. And so Musketeer is not getting hit by the Princess Tower. So that buys us some time for the archers to deal damage to the Knight. And now we have a semi-healthy Musketeer. We can create a pretty good push here. Now, there is one thing here, and I thought about it, and I opted against it, as you saw in the game. I had arrows. Those arrows would have wiped out minions. I get another hit on the tower, and then I have an even bigger lead. The reason I didn't do it is because I wasn't confident enough in taking out those minions in time for Mini to get another hit. That's one reason. The other reason is this. Would that next hit by Mini gotten rid of the tower? And the answer is no, obviously. I already have a big enough advantage to where I can wait. I know if I get another really good push like I did right here, the game is over. So is it worth it to throw the arrows, knowing that it's probably a 50-50 on whether you're going to get that second hit that's not going to take down the tower? That's the key here. And so that's why I was hesitant on throwing arrows. Instead, bring Spear Goblins. We save one Elixir, and then we can figure out what to do from there. So we start again with Knight. I didn't want to play... I didn't want to play Giant here. They bring Mini on the right side. Hello to Ma... Nah. Thank you for following on YouTube. So they have Mini on the right side. So obviously their plan is move the action away from their weakened tower. This happens all the time. We have plenty of counters to deal with this. We have Cage, we have Musketeer, we have Giant. The best option is to play Cage, support Cage with Musketeer, and then figure out what to do from there. I'm not worried about this Knight anymore. It's gone. And then whatever we get on the right side, we get on the right side. What's really baffling was why they played the Giant on the... I mean, why they put the Knight on my right side. They have a tower that's about to be down. Let's rewind this here. So I play Mini. I play Musketeer. They have an option to play Goblins right now. And take care of the Knight. Now, they have an option to play Knight. In this spot right here. They can play Knight right up here. Where my Knight is. And take care of that. And make sure that Musketeer, my Musketeer, does not even get across the bridge. Or they can wait a little bit longer and they have Valkyrie. So they have a ton of options here. What would you do in this situation here? You have a Musketeer who could 3-shot the tower. Or you have a Goblin Brawler who's pretty fast against a healthy tower. Which one do you do? Now, if we're in this situation here, the ideal spot, you have enough for Valkyrie. Play the Valkyrie. It should be strong enough to get rid of the Musketeer. Who cares what's happening on the right side? That's fully healthy. You know, and it's not my card's not overpowered. Don't even worry about that. But for some reason, their option was to play Knight on the right side, which I didn't understand. So that tells me that they've already conceded this side of the tower, or they conceded the left side tower. They've already conceded it. What do they want to do on the right side? Is to set up for a massive counter push, which really didn't make sense. They have the one card that is the really, really good defensive card in Valkyrie, and they opted not to go for it. That was just really, it's really strange. And so, in this spot here, yes, I did play Mini, but really, I don't have to do anything the rest of the way. I absolutely do not have to do anything the rest of the way. I can sit back. I know exactly what cards they have in their hand. I have every counter in the world to deal with it. This game is over. I can do nothing, and I win the game. They've shown nothing that proves to me that they can stop this. And now they bring Valkyrie, which gets absolutely wiped out. And here, this let me know that okay, they want to play. So, again, there is no reason to push. There is no reason to push. And you'll see a lot of people that say, "Oh my gosh, I have the lead. I'm going to go for 3 count." No, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. Let it go. Just play very conservative. Sit in the back. Figure out what to do. They did play goblins on this right side. I was like, okay, yeah, I can let the damage go. I don't care. If it gets really bad, then I can sit everybody back, and then that's fine. They have 45 seconds to do something really dangerous. So I put Cage up here, which actually ended up being a really good play because I have Spear Goblins right here at the river. No, absolutely nobody is taking care of the giant here. And by the time that giant gets to the tower, we have a second one. And then there's just too much for them to handle. And it just becomes a matter of, okay, alright, what does the end game look like? And they said, okay, we're just not going to let you get the second tower. Which was fine. Totally fine. At this point, it's about the win. We just want to win. Because what you'll see in other games is that a lot of people will push and they'll end up making a mistake that creates an opening for their opponent. So once that opening is created for their opponent, then the game is tied, and then they're freaking out what to do, and that's it. So in this situation, my opponent said, "Hey, I'm not gonna let you do anything. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna get another tower for me." And I'm like, "Okay, totally fine. I win the game. You can do whatever you want to do. I have all the defense in the world. I made my attempt to get two towers. It didn't work. That's fine. Let's sit back and win the game." All right. We got time for one more. Yeah, I guess so. Let's do one more. Okay, we'll start with Knight here, because I have Spear Goblins. Okay, I have arrows here. Okay, I'm gonna have to support this. Okay, let's get ahead of that, because Musketeer's gone. And maybe Skarmy. Okay. Yep, okay. Now... Okay. So we're fine. I'm gonna do this here with Knight. Okay. Let's go archers here. Okay, it's gonna try to chip away here. I don't know if they know I have mini. I think they do. I forgot. I forgot if they know I have mini or not. Okay. So let's just reset, figure it out from here, and then we'll think about what to do from here. Okay. I'll play Giant here. Let's see if they go on the left side. I doubt it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if they cycle back to Skarmy. Oh no. Okay. This is actually really, really good. Okay, we're going for it. And if they bring Skarmy. Okay, now we can sit back. And we can sit back, we don't have to do anything. Okay, they have to deal with Cage. play giant up there, get everybody distracted. Okay, that's it. Okay, and we got our whole row set. Okay, we're one win away from 500. Okay, so we got our fireball. Ooh, this is gonna be really good. I think we gotta I think we gotta put that in. Yeah, I think we gotta put that in. Okay, let's review the game and then we'll head out for the night. Okay, always start with the beginning. We have arrows, we have mini, we have giant, and we have knight. Ideally, we'd see something where we would play giant first and then try to figure it out from there. I wanted to play knight because I wanted to see what cards they had in their hand and try to get to a position where I could create something, create a better opportunity. This is a good opportunity, but I want to create a great opportunity. So I play knight here, and they play Skarmy. Now, the obvious answer is to play arrows. But in my head, I'm thinking, if I play arrows right now, that means they're going to have an easy counter. They're going to be able to play a card that I can't stop because I don't have arrows. So what I want to do, since this is still kind of the feeling out period of the game, I mean, we're only like seconds in. Since it's only the beginning, what I want to do is I just want to play like another card just to see what they do. And then we can figure it out from there. So in this situation here, I play Spear Goblins here. Arrows would have been really nice on the left side to protect the knight, but do I want to protect the knight? I guess that's the answer, or the question we have to ask ourselves here. Is it worth it to save that card on the left, knowing that it's probably not going to do significant damage to the tower? Yeah, well, it'll do something because it's going to get there without any problem. They've overspent. But is it worth it? And my answer was no. I didn't think it was worth it. Play cage and just try to figure it out from there. They have mini, gotta figure it out. And they have musketeer. Okay, so I was a little bit worried in this sense because I was paying attention to what mini was doing here on the right side and not looking at what was happening to the musketeer. And I think I might have said it during the game when I was surprised that musketeer was down to no health. We have to stop the mini because if that mini gets the tower, you've seen what happened in what I've been able to do on the wins from earlier. Is once mini gets through, it's game over. We have to prevent that from happening to my tower. So support the archers with the musketeer, and then whatever happens over here on the left side, I'm not even like that's just whatever. I fully thought that musketeer was gonna be complete 100% health, and then come down, and I'll try to figure out from there. Because I was ready to play mini on the left side and just wipe out that musketeer and then just figure it out from there. This was about the time when I saw that musketeer had no health. I was like, oh, okay, I got saved. Now I can think about what to do from this point forward. Which is push. And now they don't know I have arrows. They do now. And then here is our opening. And we have the lead. So, by saving the arrows in the beginning for the moment that it really mattered, created that opportunity right there. If we play arrows in the beginning, we don't have this opportunity that we have right now. That's the key of not showing your hand. Like if you have, I don't know, whatever analogy of pocket aces or whatever, you know, if you got a good hand, you don't tell people you have the good hand right away. You kind of wait and feel them out. You see what they're trying to do, and then when the opportunity is there to do something really significant, then you go for it here. Those arrows were really key right there, because I could have played the arrows when the knight was back earlier right here, when this knight was about to get absolutely wrecked. I could have played it right there, and knight would have had maybe 1 or 2 hits on the tower. Is it worth it in that spot? It really wasn't. So by saving it, we had this here. And now we have this opportunity. We have the lead. Not necessarily we can't sit on lead because they're pushing. And so we just let it go and we figure out what to do from here. So they bring in Skarmy, we play archers, counter that. And you kind of see their idea. Their idea is just to play a bunch of small cards and chip me out. And that's not going to work really in this arena. You have to play your giant. You have to play your giant really well. So in this spot, we just wait until we get to 10 elixir. We go for it, and now in my head, and this is because I mean I've been in Legendary Arena for forever. That I'm thinking in my head, okay, I don't know if I'm up elixir, but I know I have a 10 elixir. I need to go. I need to not wait for them to play and then I counter whatever, because I don't have a tower yet. I did not realize I was up 4 elixir. I mean, yeah, I did not realize I was up 4 elixir. So this is almost a desperation play, because now they have nothing and I can counter this super easy. This is almost the equivalent. They're just playing cards just to play cards. They've got nothing left, and all I have to do is just figure it out from here. And this is the end result of them being down 4 elixir. Is that they have nothing to support any of their defensive cards. They're just playing cards to play cards. And then, now we just sit back and the game is over. So, I want to rewind this back to here. Because this is where the game was lost. Because they felt like they had to play something to counter what I was doing. There's no reason to play mini with Musketeer at this point. Wait for double elixir time and then try to create something out of that. Why play mini right there in the back? And I know it's coming when the real benefit would have been to wait for Giant to get to the bridge, then play Mini and surprise me. Then Mini does a ton of damage, and I'm not ready for it. But because they played Mini in the back, they showed their hand. They showed they had pocket aces. And I already know, okay, I feel like I can counter this. Because I know what's coming. And then now, they're just playing cards to play cards. they didn't think of their cards as a team. They thought of it as individual cards. If they think of their cards as a team where they're all playing together, look, they bring out Musketeer for nothing and she's gone in a second. They bring out Minnie and she's about to be gone in a second. You see the difference is that all of the cards that I have are supported. Everybody is working together. Versus the cards that they have where it's just kind of, okay, they just play this card. It's just out in the void and it gets swallowed up easily. This was the only time it really looked like they had cards that were supporting other cards. Well, I mean, the game's over. So, that's it. So, the takeaway I have from that game is that don't just play cards in the void and think it's going to work. And understand where you are in terms of elixir. Yeah, they were down 4 elixir. I was up 4 elixir. Of course I'm going to take advantage of that, but they're playing Musketeer out of desperation. They play Mini out of desperation. It led to, it created a snowball effect where they ended up with nothing. I mean, they had nothing, then they really had nothing, and then they were just playing cards to play cards out of desperation. So that's I mean, you never want to play cards where they're just going to get swallowed up. Think of everybody in your lineup as a team, and if they work together, you're going to get wins. You see a Giant with Musketeer. You see Knight with Musketeer. You see Archers with Musketeer. I mean, yeah, Archers with Musketeer. You see Mini come in to clean up with the big hits. It all works together, and when they all work together, that's where you get the wins. You don't think of the card individually. Like, oh, Musketeer is a really strong card. Yeah, she's a strong card when you play it with something else. It's very key, and that's going to be the thing going forward as we get up to higher levels, and we see more of the cards that work together, like Witch, like Valkyrie, like Hog Rider, like Fireball and Cannon, and all those stuff.